and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Iza Sakila binti Perli and my matrix number is A19A0571. Today I will present about the section 1, that is motivational and involvement. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a psychological concept introduced by American Abraham Maslow in his article, A Theory of Human Motivation, published in the journal Psychological Review in 1943. Maslow went on to enhance the notion by including his observation of human curiosity, many additional theories of human developmental psychology, some of which focus on characterizing human growth paths, share the same concept with Abraham Maslow. The concept proposed a categorization system that starts with society's basic need and develops to more complex emotion. Individualism and need prioritization are two major features of the hierarchy of needs, which is separated into deficiency needs and growth needs. In HP laptop case, one level from Maslow hierarchy of needs that can be used to segment the market and position of the product is psychological needs. Historically, basic human needs were defined as the things we require to survive, such as air, food, water, sleep, and so on. In the workplace, this has generally meant salary, a pleasant working environment, and access to necessary amenities such as restroom. However, in today's digital age, workers report that some of the most basic necessities are digital in nature. According to Forbes Human Resource Council, employees place my work computer/laptop/device at the top of the list, that is 75%. In case of HP laptop, the possible motivational conflict that prospective consumer facing is approach/approach. The same stimulus or condition attracts and repels the organism. A customer who has to pick between two appealing options confronts approach conflict. The more the equality of this attraction, the bigger the struggle. A customer who recently received a monetary present from his company and choose between another laptop brand and a HP laptop. This form is a conflict that can be described as I want this and that, but I can only have one. To resolve this issue, HP Laptop's marketer might utilize the positioning map to showcase their brand's advantage while describing drawbacks of rival products. Marketers may convince customers to buy their goods instead of the competitions by emphasizing the product's quality. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erelisayam Anak Pelayong and my matrix number is A19A0057. Now I want to talk about question 1 in section 2, personality. Given my thinking on our product selected like HP laptop, the selector of theories and traits that should prove helpful in targeting, branding, and related strategies are known as Freudian theory, Neo-Freudian theory, and also trait theory. Freudian theory, also known as psychoanalytic theory of personality that is intimately connected to the intellect, which is recognized as the psychological. According to this theory, three primary components will be mentioned as ID, superego, and ego. ID is one of the parts of brain that involve primitive and impulsive thinking, where this thinking is something that cannot be touched or held and can even be realized after reobservation. Meanwhile, superego is something that may be classified as a situation whose focus is tightly linked to both social and moral norms. Also, this ego can be described as an intrinsic level finding that is coupled to ID theory and superego theory by keeping a balance. Neo-Freudian personality theory is opposite from Freudian theory, in which the Neo-Freudian view is more far-sighted, emphasizing the importance of social relationship, which is an incorrect production of personality. Due to this trait theory, it can be said to be quite different, especially if compared to Freudian theory and Neo-Freudian theory, because this trait theory can be said as the measurement tools for personality in targeting, branding, and choosing the right strategies by internal and external stakeholders. So, as a result, the explanation supported make it abundantly clear that these three theories are interconnected with each other in terms of targeting, branding, and learning more about strategies, and that they cannot be chosen between one or the other because they stand to gain from each other both internally and externally toward the HP brand. This is the example of Print Edge HP laptop. Image 1 is one of the practice adopted is visual art, which include a light color palette and is in contrast to the wording used to advertise the product in the same. Image 2 is an advertisement designed to capture the attention of a certain customer base such as game players, since this product is unique for online games. Image 3 portray just how much the HP brand offer products such as laptops that appear to have their own variety of advantages, including being well suited for academic activities. Next is question number 2. Dick et al. In 1990 tell that the brand personality described will influence the outside community to remain loyal to this HP laptop product. According to the German concept of brand personality, anything that is brand can be correlated with personality. The creation of a brand personality can motivate customers especially to reveal their loyalty to the essential demand of the brand. A stronger brand personality will undoubtedly bring numerous benefits and exhibit reliability to products such as this HP laptop. But, however, it will not ensure that the HP brand will earn a comparatively adequate amount of profit in the global market economy. Thank you, that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Hani Shazani binti Hamzatul Atmal and my metric number is A19A0170. So, for my part, I will discuss about opportunity for repositioning or how would I as a consumer use extrinsic or intrinsic cues to improve the perceived quality of product. This figure shows perception mapping of HP laptop. Positioning is an excellent opportunity for organization to capitalize on a changing circumstance rather than becoming a victim. Furthermore, perception guides demonstrate how either focus shift as a business sector mature and how a brand can shift its positioning to maintain and acquire a competitive advantage. Repositioning entails drastically altering your image in order to change your client perception of your product. Repositioning may necessitate change to the actual product or its selling price in order to alter market perception, but this is not always necessary. Change in the promotion change and strategy are frequently used to achieve new positioning and distinctness. Last but not least, repositioning frequently aims to shift market perception. It's ways that make an offering more appealing to the broader segment of the market. Monitoring and position of product, service, and brand over time is an important ongoing component of repositioning. According to Hennessy et al. 2015, intrinsic motivation is the desire to accomplish something just because it is interesting, enjoyable, while extrinsic motivation is the act of performing a task in order to fulfill a goal set by an external factor. Furthermore, intrinsic signals to be employed in analyzing product perception include physical features connected to the product technical specification, as well as psychological factors that may be estimated objectively, such as a product appearance, color, shapes, and presentation. Extrinsic signals, on the other hand, are related to product but are not a part of it. Price, brand name, quality, stamp, country of origin, stock production details, and product information are all important factors to consider. As a signal consumer, I frequently use extrinsic signals because they can evaluate based the price, brand name, quality, manufacturing, country of origin, types of store selling, production, and product information. For example, during the laptop selection process, the following factors are considered: price, quality, and laptop brand. It can be concluded that extrinsic signals are signals that are frequently used by consumers during the product evaluation process. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Aina Dayana binti Abdul Aziz. My metric number is A19A0025 and I will talk about reinforcing consumer learning. Consumer learning is the process through which people acquire, purchase and consumer knowledge and experience that they then apply to future related. Although some learning is deliberate, much learning is unintentional. Motivation, cues, response and reinforcement are basic aspects that contribute to an understanding of learning. Motivation. Motivation is an act of process that influences an individual to do something according to the things they intend or want to do. This action will usually occur when a person has a desire or desire that want to be fulfilled. Consumer need and goal can influence consumer motivation. As founder or producer, they act as a driver of motivation. From here, the founder will motivate the consumer by explaining why and how this manufactured product can meet the needs and wants of the consumer. Next is cues. Cues are stimulus action that act as a means of providing satisfaction to oneself. Cues are often given to consumers to grab their attention as a marketing method. It is also one of the signals given to help meet the needs or one of the consumer. All the cues given should be seen so that it does not give a distributing signal or give something unexpected. Next is response. The response is a response given by an individual to a situation or signal received. Each response given depends on the choice made by the consumer based on the experience they went through. The sensitivity measured by the marketer allow the marketer to identify the response needed. Next is reinforcement. Reinforcement refers to the positive and negative response received as a response after any purchase. It is also something that is received from the consumer after they buy a new product or service. Last one is shaping. Shaping is process that shape behavior that are not learned or performed by an individual or client. The shaping is also known as a procedure involved in reinforcing behavior that is similar to the target behavior. Shaping is also a reinforcement that is often done before the desired user behavior occurs. Next is step involved in process of shaping. The first one is began by reinforcing any behavior that is even somewhat similar to desired target behavior. Second, it encourage the behavior that is most familiar to the goal behavior. You should also avoid reinforcing superior behavior. Third, continue to reinforce response or behavior that are similar to the goal behavior. Fourth is continue enforcing successive approximation until the desired behavior is attained. Fifth, only enforce the last action when the intended behavior has been achieved. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ili Aina binti Wama Anas. My metric number is A1980188. I will present consumer attitude formation or change. Definition of consumer attitude is a predisposition to behave in a consistently variable or unvariable way with respect to given object. For example, a product category, a brand, a service, an advertisement, a site or retail foundation. For the three-component model of attitude consists of three parts, which is a cognitive component, an effective, and a cognitive component. First is changing belief about competing brands. Changing belief about competing brands is the strategy involved changing consumer belief about attributes of competitive brands. For example, there are a few famous brands which are Asus, Lenovo, and iMac. Second is changing the relative evaluation of attributes. Changing the relative evaluation of attributes is the opportunity to encourage customer to cross over, that is persuade customer who prefer one version of a product to change their minds about another version of the product. Moreover, with the limited products, the order gets high demand. For example, HP brands make a limited color pink laptop. Third is adding an attribute. This method can be implemented by adding previously unnoticed attributes, such as one that reflect improvement or technical advancement. For example, HP brands can upgrade memory from 4 GB to 6 GB, especially for students. Next, I will explain the consumer attitude towards the chosen product or service in terms of the three-component attitude model. First is cognitive component. Consumer will make research before they are buying something that needs to use long term. So, the HP brands need to give a good knowledge of their product to avoid the consumer changing their attitude to buying another brand to avoid losses. Second is effective component. For example, we can see some of the consumer are choosing based on shape, colors, weight, or technical in the product. third is a cognitive component. This is mean with the knowledge consumer have about HP brands, they might buy. Moreover, when the consumer has more knowledge about components or software, the seller cannot cheat on the consumer.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aisha Munamati Aziz. My metric number is A19A0034. Now I want to present about communication and customer behavior. As we know, advertising is one of the marketing tactics used to bring a product, service, opinion, or vision for a purpose, generally communicate and persuade customer to respond in a certain way to a good being advertised. For HP company, we was recommend two types of advertising, such as television and social media. This is because in this era, people more to prefer to spend their time in form of the digital platform. From that, media advertising can get beneficial impact of firms that use it. Advertising on television can help we to reach a large audience for our company, product or service. Television advertising is exceptional to reach large audience with frequency quickly, where as many as 90% involves video ads. For advertising, television also can prove that the brand was a legitimacy and trust. Viewer will be more likely to trust TV than other mediums if they use a TV platform. When it comes to instilling a sense of legitimacy and trust in the brands, nothing beats television. Last form advertising on television also can easier to influence customer. This is because the perception that anyone may advertise on the internet, but television is much more exclusive. Next, advertising on social media. That also can be one of the newest avenues employed by media designer. This is because from social media can increase brand awareness. Social media advertising will increase the brand recognition as we will engage with a wide audience of users. Each share post will reach out to a new network of people, perhaps resulting in new clients, and the more people who learn about the brand. From the advertisements on media, social also can give better customer satisfaction. This is because social media is a platform of network and communication. It is critical to give your organization a voice to this platform in order to humanize it. Say promotion is a marketing strategy used by a business through a campaign or offer to increase interest or demand in the product or service. The main purpose of promotion is to increase sales. First, the promotion sale of message structure for HP company should use a one-side message. This is because the message conveyed to the customer only mention only positive attributes or benefit by using the product or service. A one-side message is better suited to an audience that is sympathetic to the point of view being conveyed or is unlikely to be exposed to the opposing viewpoint. Second, for presentation style, we was recommend a connector style. This is because the participant will interact with their audience. This usually necessitates the speaker asking frequent question and encourage audience participation and response. Speakers frequently employ this technique to demonstrate their shared similarities with the audience in order to better connect with them. Last, for appeal information say that we recommend is rational appeal to the practical side. The customer demand for practicality and functionality in a product is the subject of rational or logical appeal. That's all for me. Thank you.